And together, we are going to get it done. If you go back to the 2016 Democratic Convention in Philadelphia, I warned back then that Donald was not fit for office. Actually, I think I called him a con man, but I'm not sure of that. But in 2018, I worked to help flip the House from red to blue, and that made Pelosi the Speaker and allowed her to take Congress and start holding Trump responsible for what he's done. But since the Republican Senate did not have the courage to remove the president from office, it is up to us to do it this November. Now, I got into this race 11 weeks ago because I was deeply concerned that Donald Trump was on track to win the election, and I just could not sit by and let that happen. And our campaign has been getting a great response all over America. We are running a campaign for change, a campaign for sanity, a campaign for honesty and for inclusion and compassion and human decency. Now, in last week's debate in New Hampshire, the moderator asked a question from a voter from right here in Nashville. And that person wanted to know why any of the candidates would be better able than Michael Bloomberg to attract the voters we need to beat Donald Trump. It was a great question. No, I didn't plant it. But not one of them had an answer. So just let me tell you why I believe I'm the best candidate to take Donald Trump on and to win. To start, I have workable and achievable plans to deal with all of the toughest challenges facing this country, and we will get them done. And that's the message we need in order to win over voters from all over the country and to beat Trump in the swing states that will decide this election. Because we all know Donald Trump's strategy: attack Democrats, make their plans look unrealistic, unaffordable, and undoable. But that's not going to work against me, because I offer a record of getting things done and common sense plans, and that's what voters want, and we need a nominee who can deliver it. But I will say that's not all we need to win, because let's face it, Donald Trump is the world's biggest schoolyard bully with no respect for civility, decency, facts, or honesty. And our party needs a candidate who can go toe-to-toe with him and take the fight to him. Just think about the past few weeks. The president has been insulting the Democratic candidates. He does that a lot. When you can't defend your record on health care or wages or the environment, I guess you resort to insults. Well, Donald Trump's insults do not bother me. I've never run away from a fight, and I can just tell you, he's not going to bully me, and I won't let him bully you either. I've been pretty blessed. There's nothing that Trump can do or hurt or say that can hurt me, but he has hurt a lot of other people, and that's why I'm running, to stand up for every American who has lost a job or who can't pay their college tuition or lost their insurance. My whole career, I have been a doer, and I believe we need less talk, less partisanship, less division, less tweeting. In fact, I make a commitment to you right now. When I'm in the Oval Office, there will be no tweeting ever again. Now, in all fairness, it is easy for me to say no tweeting since I can't spell. But then neither can Donald. Even though Donald and I are both from New York, the truth is we could not be more different. In fact, I bill myself as the un-Trump. Just think about it. He breaks promises, I keep them. He divides people, I unite them. He's a climate change denier. I'm an engineer. I actually believe in science. Imagine that. He tweets, I follow facts, respect data, and tell the truth. He looks out for people who inherited their wealth like him, and I'm self-made. And I'll raise the estate tax to generate some of the revenue we need to start fighting income inequality in this country. Now, you've all heard the slogan, Mike will get it done. Well, let me tell you what the it is in that slogan. It means winning this November and sending Donald Trump back to Mar-a-Lago permanently. But that's just the beginning, because getting it done means providing health insurance to every person here in Tennessee and across the country. And we can do it without a massive tax hike on the middle class and forcing people to give up their private insurance. We can do it by building on Obamacare and bringing down drug prices. Getting it done means passing sensible gun safety laws that protect our children and communities. Getting it done means making America a global leader in the fight against climate change. Getting it done means creating good jobs with higher wages. Getting it done means addressing discrimination and inequality. Getting it done means finally fixing our broken immigration system and creating a path to citizenship for the 11 million people who are living in the shadows. And getting it done means protecting a woman's right to choose and appointing judges who will defend it. Now, it won't be easy, but I know we can do it, because unlike other candidates, I don't just talk about doing things. I listen to somebody over there who's saying. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we'll get back to you afterwards. I have a record of reaching across the aisle and getting things done. And I just wanted to give you a few quick examples. Other candidates talk about raising teachers' salaries. As mayor, I raised teachers' salaries in New York by 43%. You want the best teachers, you just got to pay them, folks. They talk about improving public schools. I raised graduation rates by more than 40%. They talk about improving health care. In New York, I cut the number of uninsured by 40%, improved care for mothers and babies, and raised life expectancy by 3 whole years. Now, I want to point out that if you have friends that you really love and you want them to be around for a while longer, send them to New York. And I can't guarantee everyone will live 3 years more, but on average, if you send enough friends, we're going to do that. Others talk about fighting climate change. I cut New York City's carbon footprint by 13%, and I've helped to create a grassroots movement to close more than 300 dirty, polluting coal-fired power plants across this country. Greener jobs and a greener planet. We can get this done together. We also talk about stopping gun violence. In New York City, we cut murders by 50%, and I've taken on the NRA by creating a gun safety group with 6 million members. We've passed stronger gun laws in more than 50 states, thanks to so many Moms Demand Action volunteers who really are the ones that made it happen. Now, let me be clear. My fellow Democrats in this race are all good people. And if one of them wins the nomination, God forbid, I will support him or her, because this election is just too important for our party to have the kind of divisions that we saw back in 2016. We just can't do that again. But I offer a different choice and a different type of leadership. I didn't spend my whole career in politics, and I don't just make speeches. I build teams, I nurture good ideas, and I hold myself accountable for results. Like I said, I am the un-Trump. And that's how I've always run my business, and that's how I ran New York City. I was elected only 7 weeks after 9/11, this devastating terrorist attack on our city. The city was in tatters and our economy was in recession. But I brought people together, and we created nearly 500,000 jobs and 175,000 units of affordable housing. We reduced street homelessness by 28%. We launched new programs to fight poverty, and we rebuilt our city stronger than ever. And over the past 2 decades, I've taken on the toughest fights and won. And I have taken on Donald Trump and won many times on gun safety, on coal pollution, on flipping the House blue in the 2018 elections, and I'm ready to do it again. But I can't do it alone. I need your help, I need your support, and I need your vote. In fact, I would love for you to vote early, but the work doesn't stop there. We also need supporters to knock on doors and make phone calls, and where better to find volunteers than in Tennessee? So if you want quality health insurance for everyone, if you want to combat inequality with fairer taxes and better jobs, if you support my commitment to quality public education, no matter what zip code you live in, if you share my belief in opportunity for all and not just for a few, if you are ready to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, and if you are ready to clean out the Oval Office and get things done, then please join our campaign and let's go win this. And thank you.